What is up, McManus MMA fam? We are back. We are sick. We are ill. We have a cold. We do not feel well, and we have to predict a fight night where the head, like the first fight is Damian Penis. So just know that I'm smiling ear to ear, clapping my feet and my hands together like an ape. Going over this card, man. What a I've been seeing. I was dogging on this card. I'm going to continue dogging on this card. Um, I just don't think it's very good. Another Brandon Moreno Mexico card headliner. It's like great, man, awesome. And it has such a weird fill in with Loner Kavanagh. But we're going to go through the entire card. I'm going to give my thoughts and predictions on every single fight. And if you're looking for me to break down, why Damian Penis is going to slime out Wes Schultz and what Eric Silva and Francis Marshall, all these guys that you very rarely ever heard of. If you want like in-depth, predictions and thoughts on their fighters and why I think they're gonna win, this is not the video, my man. I'm gonna give a basic rundown on everything that I can until there's fighters that I can actually talk about. Cause I'm sorry, nothing I can really break down with Damian Penis, man. Dude has a 100% finish rate. Wes Schultz does not look very good. He lost on the Contender Series, and then I mean, what do you want me to say? He lost in the Contender Series. They brought him back, and he gets a submission in the Contender Series. And that guy that he fought was terrible. Damian Penis has a 100% finish rate. Damian Penis by knockout, bro. I'm going with Damian Penis. I'm riding with Damian Penis. We are all Damian Penis fans. I know it's Penis or whatever. No, this is Damian Penis. We are all riding with Damian Penis. We are Damian Penis. Let's move on. Eric Silva versus Francis Marshall. Eric Silva is damn near 40 years old. Um, yeah, bro is damn near 40 years old. Francis Marshall is not like great, but he's losing to guys that aren't terrible. Lost to Isaac Dolgarian when he wasn't paid off, and that's not terrible. Um, yeah, he's losing to just normal dudes. Eric Silva is 40 years old. Lost to Naimov. Lost to Brown. KO and sub. Before that, just got a KO, went on the Contender Series. This dude's 40 years old. Or he's 38, close enough. I'm picking Francis Marshall to win, and I think that Francis Marshall's going to get this done. I might go by submission, man. I might go by submission. I think that in the last fight, Eric Silva proved that he can't really. He got, or not in the Brown fight, he got submitted pretty bad. And that guy sucks. I think Francis Marshall's just like a decent. He's fine. So if you're better than fine, I think you're going to submit Eric Silva. Call me crazy. Um, call me call me whatever names you'd like, man. I don't really care. Call me whatever. Moving up the card, Regina Taryn versus Ernesta Caracante. Man, what to say about this absolute banger, man? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this one. I hate fence-sitting this. So Regina Taryn, she is completely undefeated, and I think it might I might be incorrect, but did she or did she not? Was she the pro wrestler? I saw some Instagram reel about that. That's how I get all my news and information because I'm a troglodyte. Is through Instagram reels and such. Cara Kante is not terrible. I mean, she's been in the UFC just like a little. She's been in the UFC before. Lost to Barboza, not Edson, but um, I think her name was like Diana, um, and she beat Kalari, that chick with like she's like crazy Botox in her picture, and she beat Carly Judice in the Contender Series, which I thought that fight was really good. So this is tough. I might lean towards Ernesta on this one, just because I think that her experience is going to get her further. I know everybody's gonna be riding with Regina because, bro, Mexico card, bro, the whole city, the whole country burning down, man. I call it a city. The whole country burning down because they are so excited to watch this fight night. I know I'm gonna get a comment. Dude, period. I know I'm gonna get a comment. I know I'm gonna get a comment from some schmoes again. Anytime I post a video talking shit about these fight nights, there's somebody who doesn't watch the video, goes right to the comments and goes, "Then don't watch it, then you casual." It's like, dude, I'm gonna watch this fucking fight night. I'm not sitting here saying I'm not gonna watch this shit. I'm just saying that this is a fighting promotion. I want to see good fights. I don't want to see some bullshit. And I hope that these fights are good. And I think for to an extent they probably will be. But yeah, if you call me a casual, bro, I don't care. These fights, this fight night is not good. Yeah, I might go with Ernesto to win this one by decision. I don't see there being a finish. If there is, that would be absolutely amazing. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Ernesta Caracanti by decision, 29-28. Um, Douglas Silva de Andrade versus Javier Reyes. I'm gonna go with Javier Reyes on this one. I'm gonna go with Javier Reyes on this one. Not only because Douglas Silva de Andrade is legitimately 40 years old, um, but he he lost to Miles Johns, I believe, lost to Saeed Nurmagomedov, and the guys he's beating, I can't tell you the last time I've seen Cody Stamann. Cody Stamann, I think, is the guy. He lost to Blackshear, I believe. Like a lot of these guys that he's beating just suck. Javier Reyes, I know this is his debut on the regional scene though, and on the Contender Series he had a nasty KO on the Contender Series. That I remember that one, but he was an LFA, I believe, and he wasn't terrible over there. Um, so I'm gonna ride with him, and I'm gonna ride with him, and I think that he's gonna win by. I might go decision on this one. I'm thinking decision. If he wins by a KO, because I might keep that option out there, because Douglas is 40 years old, and you know that the chin will lean a little bit, so I might go with that. I'm riding with Javier Reyes. I'm gonna go with either by decision or maybe KO, because Douglas Silva de Andrade is 40 years old, and the chin ages like milk. So moving on. Oh my God, bro. Christian Quinones versus Chris Moutinho, bro. How the hell is this dude still in the promotion, man? His highlights are um getting the biggest belt to ass by Sean O'Malley and surviving, and then getting clipped by Malcolm Weltmaker. This dude, yeah, I know he had a crazy chin in that fight. I know he did. Um, but Christian Quinones, excuse me, did knock down Hany Barcelos in his last fight. He did lose that fight to submission. I don't see Chris Moutinho submitting Christian Quinones. I think that Quinones is going to knock out Chris Moutinho. The Malcolm Wellmaker fight, dude, they just got clipped by a hand and he was out cold. So I think that Christian's going to be able to catch him because he caught Hany Barcelos and he dropped Hany Barcelos. If you know Hany Barcelos, you know that dude's a badass. That dude's a beast. So I don't see a world in which Chris Moutinho wins this fight. Sorry, my friend. So I'm going with Christian Quinones by KO. By KO. Call me crazy, but I think that's what's going to happen. Moving on, Aline Perez versus Macy Chiasson. Macy Chiasson. Aline Perez is known as the sub-5 Foyd from Instagram Reels, where they show her twerking, I believe, and then it says enter Volk, and Volk shows up and he starts twerking. Um, Aline Perez, I think she's gonna spam takedowns this entire fight. That's usually what she does. Is she kind of just spams takedowns, um, and gets it done. If I can see a world in which Macy Chiasson wins this fight by decision just by keeping it standing and defending all these takedowns, but Aline Perez is gonna spam takedowns and just try and keep it on the ground and make it so entertaining. So I'm gonna lean towards Aline Perez by decision. I don't know what else you want me to say. I don't think that this is gonna be, a barn burner. This isn't gonna be Jocelyn Edwards barn burner here, which is funny because Aline Perez actually beat Jocelyn Edwards. She beat her, which I think that win ages better. Um, so I don't know. I think she's gonna win by unanimous decision. If she can submit her, that would be amazing. But I honest to God don't see that happening. So I'm going with Aline Perez by 29-28 decision. Now, headlining the prelims. Yeah, this headline the prelims. This is crazy. We have Ryan Gondra versus Jose Daniel Medina. I don't know How in the world? Um, Dude, this is crazy. How is does Jose Daniel Medina have like some magic powers or something? So he loses his fight on Contender Series, loses to Zachary Reese in his first fight, gets KO'd by Atiba Gatier, and then loses again. This dude has not won in the UFC. Like, what in the world? Uh, Ryan Gondra had a nasty KO in the Contender Series. He is a he had a bunch of KOs in the LFA as well. This dude looks good. He's got heavy hands, and Jose Daniel Medina is terrible. This dude sucks. So I'm going with Ryan Gondra by knockout, man. I think that Jose's just going to leave himself exposed. He's going to power forward and just there's going to be an opening. Ryan Gondra's just going to use his heavy ass stone hands, his Poeton hands, and just slime this dude out. And if they don't cut him from this point, I wouldn't be surprised because he had like they are they just holding him just be like, we got another Mexico fight night, man. We got another Noche. Just throw him on the card, bro. Just throw him on the card. I don't know where the hell this dude is getting all of his like stock. Like what is going on with this guy? Excuse me, I've got a cold. He's cursed me. I think he cursed me. I think he genuinely just cursed me. Mm. Yeah, I'm going with Ryan Gondra by KO in like the first round. I think this is gonna be an absolute slime out. I'm moving on. Santiago Luna versus uh dude, why is he looking at me like that, man? Why is he looking at me like that? Versus Angel Pachicho? Pacheco? Pacheco? I'm going with Santiago Luna on this one, bro. I'm going with Santiago Luna. This dude, I think this dude's a good prospect. He's completely undefeated. So his only fight in the UFC was in the Noche this past year, and he absolutely slimed out Kwong Lee. That was bad. Slimed out Kwong Lee. Um, has a ton of finishes on the regional scene. Uh, Angel here, dude again. He loses on the Contender Series, gets in his first fight night and loses a unanimous decision. But I think Santiago Luna, um, not only does he have momentum, he's got KO power. He's got really slick hands, and I think he's gonna put belt to ass, and he's either gonna win like a clear decision or he's gonna TKO. Angel Pacheco. So I'm going with Santiago Luna confidently. Confidently, I'm going with Santiago Luna. This dude's a good prospect. He's not just like a built-up guy like where Dana's like, we've got an awesome Mexican guy we're gonna throw on this card. He's so sick, you're gonna love him, and he's the biggest piece of shit fighter you've ever seen. This dude actually kind of has like some standing. So I'm going with Santiago Luna, and I'm gonna go with KO, man. I'm gonna go with KO. I'm gonna be optimistic, and I'm gonna go with KO. KO TKO. But I can see him winning a clear-cut decision where he just puts belt to ass the entire fight. Moving on, Kevin Borjas versus Emmanuel Rodriguez. So, dude, like this is bad when we're on the main card, man, and we're talking about guys. We've got a guy in his debut, which I can't speak because sometimes dude, I'm just talking over myself, just being a total muppet. I'm going with Manuel Rodriguez. And I'm going by KO TKO. I know that this is the bonuses. I'm just gonna be leaning KO TKO on a lot of these, just because I'm optimistic and I want to see that shit happen. Um, Dude went on like a nice streak. Got a nasty KO in the Contender Series, which I think I remember that one. It was that guy had a crazy last name. It was a Brazilian guy with a crazy last name. Slimed him out in the first round. And then Kevin Borjas just kind of sucks. He just kind of sucks. So he loses to Joshua Van. We've all been there, bro. Joshua Van, the GOAT. Didn't look very good in the Suma Darji fight. Lost to Costa. Got knocked out by Costa. Um, and beat, what was that guy's? Ronaldo Rodriguez. That dude hasn't fought since. Like, so, Kevin Borjas is just not a good prospect. He's just not good. I don't think he's good. So I'm going with Emmanuel Rodriguez. Dude has like a crazy looks maxer face too. Tell me I'm crazy, but he looks like like one of the Kardashians or like somebody that's like hyper. Dude, I don't even know how to describe this guy. He's got a crazy look in his face, man. He's got a crazy look. What the hell? Please tell me you guys see that too. That dude, oh my gi just fell off the wall. It made a scary noise and startled me. I hope that it picked that up. That was a scary, frightening noise. The hook just fell off the wall. Bro, he just cursed me. I'm getting cursed. I'm getting cursed. What is happening? I'm getting cursed. I'm gonna move on, man. Edgar Chairez versus Felipe Bunez. I'm going with Edgar Chairez on this one, and I'm gonna go by KO TKO again. Going KO TKO again. Um, Edgar Chairez, also like a pretty solid prospect. He's not good, but he's not bad. He's a younger fighter. Dude, I don't know why I just called him a prospect. He's not really a prospect, bro. He's been here for a while. Loss to Joshua Van, loss to Tyra. Those are good losses. I don't rate those losses poorly. Like, those are good losses. Felipe Bunez, also got slimed out by Joshua Van. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. And didn't look very good against Rafael Estevam, I think was the guy's name. Um, so I'm gonna be picking Edgar Chairez. Dude has power. He has power when need be. I know his last two wins were by submission, and he's got a ton of submission wins, but he also has some KO wins on the regional scene where, like, if he can catch these guys. I know he can catch these guys. He's got a funny dog tattoo on his chest too. That's really cute. So I'm gonna go KO or sub. Dude, I just hope it's all finishes and this everybody gets finished on this card and it can be like fast. I'm ordering Taco Bell, man. Doing the most Mexican thing I do. I'm gonna order Taco Bell. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna rub my belly and just fart the entire time I watch this card. I hope Edgar Chairez. I'm going with Edgar Chairez and I'm just gonna go with finish, man. I'm gonna fence it. I'm just gonna go by finish. I just rate his losses better than I rate Felipe Bunez, so I'm gonna go with him. Moving on, bro. Daniel Zellhuber, please save us. Daniel Zellhuber, please save us. King Green, bro. Best way to put King Green. He's got a good story. Like, I have a lot of respect for the dude's story. Pisses me off so much. Pisses me off so much. Sometimes this dude looks so good. He put belt to ass in UFC 300. Jim Miller. Was it Jim Miller or was it Tim Elliott? I feel like it was Tim Elliott. Why do I keep getting those two guys confused? Yeah, he looks good when needs to be. He looked like fine against what was that bum he fought last time he stepped down at short notice. It was Jim Miller. I was correct. Lance Gibson Jr. That dude was terrible. I don't know how that was a split decision. He gets slimed out and beat by these dudes who like deserve to be there. Let's not forget he submitted Tony Ferguson, guys. Let's not forget it. He got absolutely smashed by Islam Makhachev. He got smashed by Jalen Turner. May his career rest in peace. Submitted by Paddy Pimblett. Slimed out by Mauricio Hufi. Yeah, man. Daniel Zellhuber, I love. I don't want to say I love him, but I enjoy watching a lot of his fights. The Esteban Ribovic fight on UFC Noche, that fight was so good. That fight was absolutely incredible. If you haven't watched that fight, go watch that fight. That fight is absolutely phenomenal. But he did not look very good. And Michael Johnson, who's another like older veteran guy. So, dude, I don't know. That it's tough. Because I really want Daniel Zellhuber because he has power. And he can catch dudes bad. But King Green is just like, I'm sorry, Queen. Queen Green is like just such a tricky dude where he just pisses you off so much in the cage and just, I don't want to say point fights, but just outboxes you to an extent and just a dickhead, man. That's the best way that I can put King Green or Queen Green is he's just a dickhead. Zellhuber has like a massive reach advantage here, and I think he needs to take advantage of that. And I think if he can pepper Queen Green up, he can catch him and he can knock him out. Because Green's chin, we know it's still able to be cracked. Hoofy caught him. A bunch of dudes have caught him. And I think Zellhuber can catch him and finish this fight. I really think he can. But I will not be shocked if I see a Queen Green unanimous decision because he just, peppered his way through this fight. I'm sorry, Queen Green. You absolutely drive me insane in the octagon. And I bought your autograph at a card store for 50 cents, and that made me really sad. I was collecting autograph cards, and I see Bobby Green autograph card for 50 cents. And I went, okay, okay. So I'm sorry, Queen Green. I'm rooting for Daniel Zellhuber, and I'm rooting for KO on this one. I'm rooting for a KO. I think he can catch him and just cut his lights out, kill him. I hate you, brother. Let's die. Um, dude, co-main event. This is crazy. Cheeto Vera versus David Martinez. Yes, David Martinez from Cyberpunk Edge Runners is here. Mm. I can't root for Cheeto Vera, bro. I can't put my money on Cheeto Vera. I just can't do it. I can't root for this dude. He has all the tools to win, and he just can't put it together. He just can't put it together. He got outstruck by Ayman Zahabi in the last fight, which was horrible, and I picked him to win that fight. He rocked Zahabi bad and just didn't follow up with it. And he never does enough to win fights. He just kind of stands around, lands a couple good shots here and there, and he has power. And he just doesn't do anything with it. He'll land a nice, nasty shot, and then he won't follow it up, and he'll just kind of stay in the center of the octagon and keep control. And then he'll lose a decision and be upset when he loses. It's like, why were you upset? You lost that fight because you didn't do enough to secure the win. David Martinez, this dude is on a crazy run right now. So had an wins the Contender Series, slimes some dude out, but his Rob Font fight was great. He outstruck Rob Font in his last fight, which I thought was a really impressive win. And I think he's just going to outstrike Cheeto Vera and just win by decision. I think he's going to win by decision. He's just going to outbox Cheeto Vera. Cheeto's going to land a couple good shots. I can see a moment where maybe Cheeto catches him with a nasty strike like a knee or, a straight right that catches David Martinez really bad. And we think, oh shit. And then he does the classic Cheeto Vera thing, which is I'm not going to follow up on it. I'm just going to go on with my day and then be upset when I lose this by unanimous decision. So I'm going with David Martinez on this one. And I think he's going to win by unanimous decision. He's just going to win. I don't know what to tell you. Main event, bro. This is wild, bro. I can't. Such a strange main event. I don't understand why we threw Loner Kavanagh in so quickly. We could have had so many people step up. Brandon Moreno, dude, I like Brandon Moreno as a human. I think his Instagram is funny. I think he's a sweet dude, but his fighting style is not my favorite. Brandon Royval fight lost. Pantoja, that was war, lost. The Figgy fights, I absolutely adore those fights in that time period. That was such an entertaining time to be alive, bro. I guess. But so he loses to Tyra, which I've rewatched that fight a couple times, and he was out, bro. He was out when he hit the ground. And Loner Kavanagh, this dude who was built up, and he was this really, really hyped up prospect, and then he gets like I don't want to say fraud checked, but he got caught. And he got caught bad by Charles Johnson. My biggest critique with Loner Kavanagh, he's got power. He's a slick boxer. He's got really slick hands. He slows down in the later rounds. He slows down because he has a heavy output. He slows down heavy. So what I can see happening and what I think is going to happen is, especially coming in, training for a different fight, you throw into this one, you've had some time to train for it. Not as much. You're now going into a 5-round fight instead of a 3. If you make it to the 4th round, which I don't think he will, I think he'll slow down by the end of the 2nd into the 3rd. I think he's going to slow down. He's going to I don't want to say gas out, but his game's going to shorten. He's going to slow down. And I think Brandon Moreno's going to catch him. We know what Brandon Moreno's there to do. He's in Mexico. He's got the home crowd. He's trying to make a huge statement and say, but then again, knocking out Loner Kavanagh, who's coming off of a KO loss, is not a big statement. It's just saying, like, yeah, man, I won again. It's like, okay. I think the Asu Samabayev fight would have been better. I would have still probably picked Moreno to win that fight, and I'm picking him to win this fight. I think he's going to finish Loner Kavanagh in the 3rd or maybe 4th round. I think catching him because he's just going to slow down, and he's going to put the pace on him, and I think he's just going to catch him. Brandon Moreno has better and a fight resume. He's got better 5 round experience. He's been to war with so many higher level dudes. I don't think this is really a challenge for him. And I don't know why people are riding with Loner Kavanagh. Dude, Loner Kavanagh's going to catch Brandon Moreno. Flash cut to that actually happening, if that happens. But I'm going Brandon Moreno, and I think he's going to win by a finish. I think he's going to finish Loner Kavanagh, probably TKO, in the third, maybe fourth round. That is my prediction. So that is my prediction on this card. It's not very good, but it is what it is. I've got Moreno, I've got Martinez, I've got Zellhuber, I've got Chirez, I've got Rodriguez, I've got Luna, I've got Gondra, I've got Aline Perez, I've got Quinones, I've got Reyes, I've got Caracanti, I've got Marshall, and I've got Penis. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Are you excited to see Damian Penis? I apologize. I'm very sick, and there's so much slop. But I might stay tuned. I'll do a recap on the fight night when it's over, immediately after. And then I really want to talk about UFC 327 because that whole card just got announced tonight, and I think it's absolutely phenomenal. So stay tuned if you want. If not, that's okay, man. Peace.